there towards the outside of the field. With the light blinking, they're set. Race number 6, they're off. And bold success with Rock and Ruler with the first of them to leave. Scooter's Machine jumped away well. Pushing up there right over the pace is Conquered Zone early, just in front of Misty Lad. They settle down clear, a length and a half. Fire Sail back on the inside. Big Caroline being urged along in the early part. After one came Safe to Make Up with almost 2 lengths. Avalon Bay beat the bill. A length and a half to the Cat Ratcher, who'd settle back in company with Rocky Path. The tail ender is Duck Feet. Out towards the 1,000 they head. Bold success with his head turned sideways there. Locked down in front about a half to 3/4 on Conquered Zone. Misty Lad is over on the outside of those, working up 3 wide and might be given a bit more rain to try and test bold success, but Conquered Zone goes with him. So we've got 3 across the track. A length and a half to Scooter's Machine, tucked away on the inside of Rock and Ruler. They're being followed over on the outside, going forward Fire Sail, who's got a bit of cover there, following Misty Lad to the turn. It in turn was trailed by Safe to Make Up. Over on the rails, Avalon Bay. Big Caroline is worked upon. She just seemed to lose some ground there from Beat the Bell. Wider out Rocky Path, then the Cat Ratcher, and last is Duck Feet. Into the straight, they cornered at the 350. Over on the outside, Misty Lad ranges up to grab Conquered Zone. They beat off bold success. Fire Sail cutting loose though. Fire Sail surges up, grabs the lead with Safe to Make Up, who'd been trailing at every step of the way, starting to run on. They come to the 50. Fire Sail, Safe to Make Up, Safe to Make Up, Fire Sail. They went to it. Fire Sail. Fire Sail, I thought, wanted a no. Safe to Make Up. Beat the Bell, probably third from Misty Lad. Charging home along the rails, the Cat Ratcher. From last, Duck Feet was next in ahead of Avalon Bay. Rocky Path, bold success, Scooter's Machine. Big Caroline followed further back by Conquered Zone, and trailing them in Rock and Ruler. Waiting for the placings after the running of race number 6. 5 gets it. Fire Sail, ridden by Mitchell Pateman. Holds on from Safe to Make Up, number 14. 5 and 14 in a great finish. Fire Sail hooked 3 deep to follow Misty Lad. Safe to Make Up picked up its tracks 3 deep, followed it everywhere, and they were almost together in unison at the finish, but it's Fire Sail that clings on for the Brett Pope stable. Luckless last start, very good run previous to that. Tight go third as well. It could be Misty Lad there, getting a bob back on the inside of Beat the Bell. No numbers though through just yet. 5:14 a further photo, but certainly Misty Lad fighting back on the inside made it interesting for third with Beat the Bell. Wouldn't be tearing up your tickets on either. Fire Sail, a trade fair fireside gelding for Brett Pope. R&B McClarty, D McClarty, trained by Brett Pope. And a nice change of fortune here in the city after what has been a bumpy couple of months down there at his stable. Mitch Pateman aboard, lifting Fire Sail to victory. Over 14 Safe to Make Up by Safeguard from Cosmetic Offer. And this mare certainly has struck some form for Justin Warwick, ridden by Lucy Warwick. Third, number 7, got it. Misty Lad, bobbed down on the rails. Angela Johnson for Neil Della by Redute's Choice from Anadan, just in front of Beat the Bell. 5:14.76. A short half head, half a length with the margins. 1:37.90 is the time there after a great finish in the Coolridge Handicap. Now the last, the Mrs. Max, over 1400 at 5:40. 11 Regardless, 15 ACT, who are the scratchings here from the final event today. Brittany Taylor is about to join us downstairs in the yard. We'll head down there now and hopefully also try and catch up with Brett Pope, although it's a one-man band down there at the moment. 35.60 Brit is the sectional. Great finish there in race 6.
It was. Brett Pope on strapping duties with a couple in the race. A very hard-working trainer, so he's on the ground doing the work. Won't be able to get a word with Brett, but we had Mitch Pateman on radio this morning, Scott, and he suggested that this was his best of the day, and Julie salutes.
It would look a really good placement by Brett's Yard, as 2 starts ago placed in a 66 plus, gets into a 60 plus special conditions today, and Mitch rode the track perfectly, I thought. Mitch, coming into the race, you were probably happy enough to sit 3 wide with cover. In fact, that might have even been plan A.
Yeah, it was plan A, and I probably loved into a better spot initially. I loved one off, but when they threw the anchor out and there was a opportunity to take bad luck out of the equation, that's what I thought I was better off doing, and lucky he held on.
You're probably pretty happy too that Misty Lad took you a long way into the straight.
Yeah, it did. It got me right around the corner and put a bit of pressure on them leaders, which was to my benefit. When I knew I had one of Justin's coming at me that's a mile back to 1600, you're never confident, but because, you know, his horses are going to keep coming, but mine was in for the fight.
One last question, when does the beard come off?
Oh, it's here to stay.
And why wouldn't it be if he's able to ride winners with it? Mitch Pateman, after the victory of Fire Sale, safe to make up. That horse that he was mentioning of Justin Warwick's that was finishing fast. 5:14.7. Isn't Neil Della's stable going well at the moment? You mentioned it in the pre-race, but after King's Authority second earlier, this one's third is nearing a win, but has just had to settle for placings today, and in for fourth is the 6 in Beat the Bell. 5:14.7 and 6. One more to come here from Ascot.